Welcome to Wealth Hustle 247 podcast, your trusted guide to financial literacy, business innovation, and entrepreneurial success. Learn how to grow your wealth, make informed decisions, and turn your ideas into profitable ventures.
Welcome to today's podcast. We're discussing why your attitude is everything. Your mindset can significantly impact your success, relationships, and overall happiness. Join us as we explore how cultivating a positive attitude can transform your life and open doors to new opportunities.
Okay, so who hasn't seen those motivational videos? The ones that promise life-changing secrets, all before you even finish your coffee.
They're everywhere.
With the epic music and the titles,
Yeah.
all caps, your attitude is everything. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, a little over the top sometimes.
Right. But maybe, just maybe, there's something to it. What do you think?
I mean, sometimes the simplest ideas are the most profound.
Okay, so today we're diving into one of these videos to see if it's all hype or if there's real wisdom buried in there.
Sounds interesting.
We're looking at this video from Mind Motivation Coaching on YouTube. I'm sure some of you have seen it. But instead of hitting that skip button, we're going deep.
All right, let's do it.
So the video starts with this quote. As you think, so shall you be. I mean, is it really that simple?
On the surface, it sounds kind of simplistic, but there's actually a lot to unpack there. Because your thoughts really do shape your reality.
Okay, I've heard that before.
Think about it. If you constantly tell yourself, I'm not good enough, or I'll never achieve my goals, you're setting yourself up for failure.
Right. You're basically creating a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly. And the opposite is true too. If you believe in yourself and your abilities, you're much more likely to succeed. But this video isn't just about positive thinking. It's about finding what they call your sound.
Okay, your sound. I'll be honest, that one threw me off a bit. What is that supposed to even mean?
I know, it's a little out there.
Yeah.
But think of it as finding what truly motivates you, what lights your fire, what makes you feel unstoppable. What's that one thing?
So it's like not waiting for inspiration to strike, but actively seeking out things that inspire us.
Yes, exactly. And it's going to be different for everyone. For some people, it might be a certain type of music. For others, it might be spending time in nature or reading an inspiring book.
So it's about figuring out what works for you, right? And not just what some guru tells you should work.
Yeah, you have to find your own path. Figure out what really gets you going, what gives you that energy and drive.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. This is starting to feel a little less like vague motivational stuff and more like a practical thing.
Right, and it's about more than just thinking positive thoughts. It's about identifying the specific things that motivate you and then intentionally bringing those things into your life.
So how do we actually do that? I mean, finding your sound is one thing, but how do you actually make it work for you? Make it last? That's the big question, right? It's easy to talk about finding your sound and all that, but how do you actually use it to make a real change,
And the video actually offers a pretty interesting answer to that. Although it might seem a little counterintuitive at first.
Oh, how so?
Well, they talk about discipline being the key.
Discipline, really?
Yeah, discipline as the pathway to freedom.
See, now that sounds like a contradiction to me. Discipline and freedom. Don't those two things kind of go against each other?
Right. That's what most people think. We think of discipline as being really strict with yourself, following all these rules.
Exactly. It doesn't exactly scream freedom.
But what if I told you that it's actually the opposite? That discipline is what gives you true freedom? Think about it. Are you ready for this?
Okay, now I'm intrigued.
Because when you're disciplined, you're not a slave to your impulses anymore. You're not constantly giving in to distractions or instant gratification.
You're in control.
Yes. You make conscious choices that align with your goals.
Yeah.
Even when it's tough, even when you don't feel like it. And that's where the freedom comes in.
I think I'm starting to see what you mean. So it's not about restricting yourself. It's about empowering yourself to make better choices.
Exactly. It's about being the architect of your own life, designing it the way you want it to be, not just letting things happen to you.
So for example, with money, right? If you're disciplined with your spending, you have the freedom to travel or pursue your passions or whatever it is you want to do.
Exactly. Or with your health. If you're disciplined about exercising and eating well, you have the freedom that comes with feeling good, having more energy.
Okay, yeah, I'm getting it. So it's all about making those small, consistent choices that add up over time.
You got it. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's not glamorous or exciting. Like, the video uses this analogy of a concert pianist.
Okay, yeah.
Think about all the hours and hours of practice they go through,
Yeah.
all the discipline it takes to hone their skills.
So years of dedication, right?
But that discipline is exactly what allows them to sit down at the piano and create something incredible, something beautiful, something that moves people.
Okay, wow. So discipline isn't about limiting yourself. It's about, like, building a foundation for greater freedom and for creative expression, too. That's actually a really cool way to think about it.
It's all
Right.
connected, right?
Yeah.
And this applies to everything, not just music or art, but like building healthy habits, mastering a new skill, nurturing relationships. It's those moments when we choose discipline over instant gratification that we really unlock our potential.
And that's where that sound comes back in, right? It's that thing that motivates us to stay disciplined, even when it's hard. But let's be real for a second, okay? Sometimes we need help with that. We need support. And the video acknowledges that. It talks about how it's important to seek out support when you need it. But it's like walking that tightrope between getting support and leaning on people too much, you know?
Yeah, totally. It's
Yeah.
finding that sweet spot where you're getting the guidance you need, but not becoming like totally dependent on others.
Right. Because at the end of the day, it's your journey, you know? You have
Yeah.
to take ownership of it.
Absolutely. You could have mentors, coaches, friends, family cheering you on, but what you do with that support, that's on you.
It's about internalizing the lessons, right? Taking that inspiration and turning it into action.
Exactly. And that's where the video gets, like, really real. They say, and I quote, "Your failure and your success is on you." No sugarcoating there.
I can see how that might be a little jarring for some people to hear, like, whoa, hold on.
Uh-huh.
But you know what? There's also something really powerful about that message.
Totally. Because when you take full responsibility for your life, something amazing happens.
What's that?
You step into your power. You stop waiting for someone else to give you permission or fix things for you. You realize that you're in the driver's seat.
It's like that light bulb moment when you go, oh, this is my life. I get to decide.
Exactly. You have way more control than you think you do. Maybe not over everything that happens to you, but you choose how you respond. You choose what you make it mean.
Wow. You know, that actually brings us full circle to the beginning of our deep dive. Remember,
So that title, Your Attitude is Everything.
yeah, I've got to admit, I came in a little skeptical, like, really, is it really everything? But I'm starting to see the truth in it.
Yeah. It's deeper than it sounds at first. It's not about like slapping on a fake smile and pretending everything is perfect.
Yeah, no one's buying that.
It's about understanding the incredible power our minds have over, well, everything. Our relationships, our health, our work, our overall happiness, our thoughts are that powerful.
So if we had to leave our listeners with just one question to think about today, something to really chew on, what would it be?
If your attitude really is everything, what's one small shift you can make today? One little tweak to your thinking that could have a big impact on your life?
I love that. What a great question to ask yourself every day, right?
Because as we grow and change, the answers might change too. There's always more to learn, more to discover about ourselves.
And that's what this is all about, isn't it? That journey of self-discovery. So thanks for coming on this deep dive with us today. We hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, keep exploring, keep asking those big questions, and most importantly, keep unlocking your potential.
That's it for today's episode of Wealth Hustle 247. Be sure to follow, like, comment, and share with others. Keep pushing toward your goals, and we'll see you in the next episode.